What's up, Colliders? We're back again. Um, and we're switching it up to y'all, okay? If you could tell somebody right now, what's the best, worst advice you would give them?
The best worst advice.
Yeah,
Like top tier worst advice?
yeah.
Top tier worst advice. Top tier worst advice. Top tier worst advice. See anybody? Just randomly?
We live, so just out with it.
If I had to give somebody the absolute worst advice, it would probably be,
Frank,
huh?
Frank.
No.
Oh,
The advice
oh.
would be do whatever that man tells you to do.
It's not necessarily the worst advice. For me, the best, worst advice I would give to a dude, if he asked me what should I do, I'm like, if she's looking at you that way, just do it.
Sounds like an SVU case.
Hey, I said the best, worst advice. There you go. If she's looking at you in that way, just do it. Well, we're gonna see what the best worst advice is for a relationship on this episode of Worlds Collide. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Welcome back, Colliders. That's the wonderful, awesome. I'm the kid JW, of course. That's the fabulous Ms Diva Talks.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, I did kind of say it to myself in third person for some reason on that one. But anyways, worst advice stories or advice threads, subreddits, whatever. It's coming from Reddit. Best worst advice for a relationship. And I'm kind of curious, honestly, to see what the best worst advice is.
I guess.
Yeah, let's take a look, shall we?
To go nuts on your bachelor/bachelorette party. Get it all out of your system before you're married and truly committed. It also paints this view of marriage as a trap where you lose all of your freedom, so you have to bang it all out in one night. You shouldn't be
No.
getting married if that's you.
Like,
Why do you say that? Why do you say no like that? Okay,
you gonna enter into your marriage with STD
damn, you just level
or
set.
knocking somebody else up?
Rude of you to assume it's gonna be women there. I might just be at Chick-fil-A for all you know. Get all the chicken nuggets I want being dipped in all the sauces on me for once.
What about what Reddit said? The hell?
But
Anyway,
I can see how that could be a problem.
you think?
Knocking somebody up on the bachelor party is bad.
Yeah. Then a whole year later, after being married, ding dong.
That's if they find that's if they know your name. Because if you're messing around with a stripper, they ain't gonna know your name.
You would hope.
Exactly. First off, you don't do it if you go mess around, you don't do it in your own city. But people ain't that smart. Um,
What happened in Vegas?
it stays in Vegas unless it's an STD or kid.
That is very true.
Your view on what marriage is. This view of marriage is so fucked up. Marriage is a trap and hell afterwards, the Olay ball and chain. Also guys, I can't wait to get married. What? I hate my wife, boomer. Why keep him only for yourself though? Why not let him explore as he pleases? Trust me, he'll appreciate you a lot more if you let him sleep around. My drunk mother. Edit, by terrible advice, I meant terrible advice for me. She also made it sound
You know, that honestly sounds like a mom who understands some things.
No, that sounds like a woman that put up with a lot of bullshit. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like
Oh God.
what Miss Braxton told one
Oh.
of her daughters.
Oh, I thought it was going
When
somewhere
she
else.
said, if you're not ready to do something about that man's cheat, you might as well let that man cheat in peace.
That's actually some real advice.
What you sitting up here bitching and moaning for what?
That's
You
actually
ain't going nowhere, so shut up.
that's actually some good advice, you know? Like, and that's the thing I say. Like when people be like, "Oh my God, he keeps like, if why are you complaining if you go just go take him right back?"
Exactly.
You know?
And like every couple should do this, when some clearly aren't into polygamy/polyamory. I had already told her it wasn't for me right before she said this. If my hypothetical girlfriend/wife said this to me, I'd be seriously re-examining our relationship. To be honest, that's pretty BD of your mom. She wants the D. To do everything your partner says.
Oh,
Like
Jesus.
seriously, my friend thought he had to bend to the very whim of his girlfriend. He now doesn't do that. Yeah, I've had some friends who say they want a partner that will always agree with them no matter what, and I'm like, wouldn't you rather have a partner that has their own personality and
You know, younger me thought the same thing. I wanted a woman that was gonna do just agree and whatnot. And that led into why I cheated. Because the person I cheated on her with challenged me to become had their different opinions, and they challenged me, and I like that. I don't like a yes person. I like a person who's gonna challenge me and go, and, you know, and whatnot. So that's yeah. So the younger
Mhm.
me was like, yeah, I want my girl to always listen to me. Older me, in this case, cheating did help me become a better person because I realized that I don't want a yes woman. Have your own thoughts and opinions and stuff.
Just like Coming to America.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you leave your entire fortune to a beautiful fool.
Yep.
instead of a sycophant who never actually expresses their own desires/feelings. That was a big reason my wife says she divorced her ex. Dude was apparently a doormat and she wanted to be with an adult. Blind agreement is no way to go through life. I can relate to this. My ex-husband was so laid back, he was horizontal. He wouldn't stand up for himself, to anyone, about anything. I lost respect for him and ended up loving him more like a friend than a husband.
Damn.
A kid will solve every problem. Relationship fizzling out because you're incompatible? Start to 18-year minimum obligation to another human being whose
Oh my
mental well-being.
gosh.
That's like the worst thing ever. Like I hate people who say, "Oh, we're on the rocks, but we just got a kid. This is gonna keep."
That was
No,
the dumbest shit ever.
like if he or she does not want to be with you, having a kid's not gonna help. Trapping him and getting knocked up, it's only gonna push him away.
Oh, don't act like the trapization can't go both ways.
Did you let me finish? You just assumed
Whatever.
that I was talking about the woman. No, like because men trap, women trap. Okay, trapping him into thinking that, oh, hey, it's gonna work out if we had this. No,
You just gonna end up hating your ass for the rest of your life.
yeah, and trapping her and whatnot
She just gonna end up hating
ain't
your
gonna
ass for
work
the rest
out.
of your
And then now you got a kid out there that you really don't care about and don't like.
Yep.
So and now you got a whole bunch of regret and you just pissed off and then you just go join the military.
Will depend on your mental stability and cooperation with your partner. Feel like you just can't get a grip on your life? Add a massive new facet to your life that will demand your utmost attention and huge amounts of financial contributions, destroying your ability to carry out a personal life of your own for the next few years at minimum. Can't seem to agree with your other half? Launch into the ultimate collaborative project where the thing being made and raised up is a human being who will need ideological guidance and consistency and stability. Diagnosed with a terminal illness? Bring something into this world that will need you just in time for you to leave it behind. Hungry, but don't want to walk all the way to the fridge? Have unprotected sex with someone until an entire new fucking human being is created. Tired of your phone's poor battery life? The average ejaculate contains 15 million sperm per milliliter of ejaculate. Have a child, the solution to all your problems. Now only $99.99 tax and shipping not included. He isn't proposing fast enough? Fake a pregnancy. That's a yikes from me, dog.
It's
Oh.
not gonna help at all.
I had one of these. Dated a girl for 2 years. Told her I loved her but didn't know about marriage. A month later she's pregnant. I tell her that I'd be there for her and supportive, but didn't want to get married. Turns out she wasn't pregnant. Did you break up after that lie? The cleanest, most guilt-free break of my life.
I'm sure.
My
Hell
brother
yeah.
once told my female cousin it's important for women to remain mysterious and to try and remain aloof to keep a man's attention, even with small things, like never burping around him. I know at least 2 women who thought they couldn't flirt with a guy without dating another guy as a way to set hard boundaries for a guy to work through. Dumbest thing I have ever heard. It's like infusing drama into the inception of the relationship.
Yep.
The rules surrounding dating are completely baffling to me. People will be like, I don't play games and I don't want drama, but then treat things like you have to wait 3 days after a date to text as gospel. You should stay and help them / fix them if you really love them. You're a romantic partner, not a therapist. And even if you are a therapist, you don't need to fix them. That's unhealthy. A person can only take on so much of that emotional labor before it starts to drag them down too. If your partner won't even try to fix themselves, you are under no obligation to sacrifice your mental health for them. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Totally, just because someone has mental issues or past trauma doesn't give them the right to hurt you in excessive ways. It may explain why they are being hurtful, but it doesn't mean you have to stick around and take it forever, particularly if, as you said, they are making 0 effort to fix themselves. Yes. This is such an important point that I feel many people overlook when they're new in the dating scene or in an abusive relationship. Just because their behavior can be explained, redirected back to their issues or trauma, it doesn't justify said behavior.
See?
Solid, good, worst advice.
See? I told you. Told you.
And mine was even in there.
See? Exactly. Mine was not. But hey, you can't win them all. Yeah.
As always, Colliders, if you enjoyed this reaction, go ahead and hit the like button, share with someone you think would like it as well. If you want to check out this YouTuber's YouTube channel, or of course this video for yourself, the links will be in the description below, along where you can find me and the official JW on our own YouTube platforms.
On that note, y'all, later.
Bye, y'all.